Hello everyone, I'm Harini Sridhar, Vice President of Phoenix Robotics Club. We were founded in 2019. We are one of the oldest technical club and the only independent club of RVITM. In mythology, a phoenix reaches the end of its life, it bursts into fiery flame and it's reborn from its ashes. This is the spirit we embody at Phoenix Robotics Club. Today, we are excited to announce the launch of RVITM's first podcast, Phoenix Talk Podcast. Our podcast will host guests from diverse domains, providing a platform for students to gain valuable knowledge and insights directly from the industrial experts. We take the pride in fostering a positive ecosystem for like minded and passionate techies. This initiative wouldn't have been possible without our principal, Dr. Jaipal R., Dr. Nagashatrapa Biradar, and our faculty coordinator, Dr. Nataraj Vijapur. And I would like to extend a heartfelt thanks for the entire team. We hope you enjoy our podcast and our show and hope you guys support us as we embark a new journey. Thank you.
Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of Phoenix Talk. I'm Shrestha Chandrasekhar and I'm the head for Phoenix Talk podcast. And today we have an enigmatic personality amongst us. It's Krishna Bajpai. He's the founder of Vaegter Technovations and Simuloids and Posterwa. He's a fellow geekhead and he loves talking about anime, Lord of the Rings, and DC. Keep in touch to find out more. Stay tuned and subscribe.
Hey everyone, I'm Shrestha.
I'm Harini, we are hosts for today.
So, welcome Krishna, and you've been through a lot of entrepreneurial journey. So, we would want to know about how you started off.
So I think so. I can recall my childhood. Back then, this is really funny. Continuing for third time, but yes, I can recall my childhood when I used to watch Cartoon Network. The site went down recently, but yes.
Yeah.
So I used to watch Phineas and Ferb. And there I was inspired to become inventor. I did not know what is the job role called. So I wanted to be scientist. But I didn't know that there's a thing called engineer. There's a thing called engineer which solves problem. Their job role is to solve problem. So when I grew up, I had a certain idea in my mind that I want to be someone who helps others. Be it entrepreneurship, engineer, being in a job which helps out in a social domain. So that is being an inventor. Since I wanted to be an inventor, I chose engineering. Since I had, I would say, little affection to electronics, I chose electronics and communication. And I would say that if you manifestation power is there obviously, but if you manifest enough and you keep talking to yourself, keep believing what you want to do in life, it will eventually come to you for sure. Maybe late, maybe early, for some lucky people. Maybe late, but you have to keep doing it. And that's when I came to Bangalore, I had just one idea in my mind that I want to do something for people, want to help them, and I want to do something big. So yes, that's when the whole way was given to me by God grace. I would say I became lucky. But yeah, I did work towards it, and yes, this is the journey which I took.
So you have founded multiple companies, right? Simuloids, Vaegter Technovations, especially Posterwa, which is close to you. So what is that drive that keeps you up? And how do you innovate so many things, come up with so many ideas, all different ideas, which I mean all your companies are different from each other and all of them work differently. How are you up to it? What drives you?
See, the first thing, as I told you, is the motivation to help people, motivation to solve their problems, being it day to day or very niche problems. And the second thing is the curiosity. I like if you are curious enough, I would say that you will be able to solve people's problem. Okay. So curiosity means you're curious to know the problems, and then you are curious to know how to solve those problems. So I had always that curiosity or in my mind that how things work. Again, that comes back to the engineering part. That how things work, how this works, how exactly this factory works, or how exactly the banking system works. So I always had the curiosity in my mind, and that actually gave me a knowledge of what problems they are facing. Okay. So since Posterwa again, I would say that I had a curiosity on how these people are bringing much to customers, like how the fandom is there out there, and these people are able to provide that fandom, that this opportunity with the merchandise, but it is not affordable. That is a problem which I got to know. So we worked off affordability by solving that problem. So the curiosity is the biggest thing. If you are curious enough, I would say you can become the biggest inventor, and every entrepreneur is an inventor. So they are inventing, right? So they are inventing with their own ideas, with their solutions.
I would like to ask you something personally. Like as students, we want to do something, but we are mostly confused. So if you say your approach, how you take up problems, or how you look at problems, and what is the thinking process that you usually have from, I mean, that could be helpful for us.
Okay, so the first thing you do is, as I told you, be curious. So curiosity will help you go lens. And second thing is obviously dedication or discipline. So I would say people who say that attendance is not necessary. It is necessary to build discipline. So if you are disciplined and you are curious, motivation will be always there. If you are disciplined and curious, you will go obviously lens in your own venture. So first thing, when you are in college, you should be curious. You should find those problems, and then obviously solutions. But you should find the problems first. See what others are facing, and then try to find the solutions. Then you take those solutions and try to make the project around it. Okay. And pitch it to people, pitch it in competitions. Go for competitions, meet people there. So competition is the biggest thing, I would say. When I was in college, we used to go for every competition because it was also good to roam around. So we used to go for vacation and competition. We used to have a lot of fun and also earn prize money. So we are funding ourselves. So go for competitions, I would say. Go for hackathons if you are a CS graduate. Go for competitions. Go for startup competitions. They are out there. I think so. There are more hackathons and more startup competitions right now than before, than 10 years ago, because entrepreneurship is booming right now. So I would suggest a person who is in second year to actually work, find the ideas. That is, find the problems, not the ideas. Ideas will there are a lot of ideas. Find the problems and work on it, and make a project. Go for competitions and pitch it there. So it can be an app. So it can be a whole product. It can be electronic product, or it can be a service as well. So yeah, that would be a suggestion to a second year or third year graduate. A person who is in third year or second year. That would be a suggestion from my side.
So coming to Simuloids, and this is like a fun question. So if you had 3 people, okay, dead, alive, or fictional, who would you sit with and have a dinner, and what your conversation would include?
Okay, this is very. I really don't know about. Can you come back with the question?
3 people that you would have dinner with, dead, alive, and fictional.
Dead, alive, and fictional. I can see all 3 dead. But yes, I would say that if it was dead, I would I would actually like to meet APJ Abdul Kalam. His insights into building products, I would say, and in such a country where he had so many opportunities outside, what was his mindset? I want to know, like how he built it from scratch when there was no whatsoever amenities and resources, and then he did it at such a big level. I want to know how he had a mindset, how he had a mindset of that uh, length. Second person who is alive, um, I would say that he. I think so. I'm already with the person who's there, who is right there, and I'm with him right now. Okay, I was with him, and still I'm connected to him.
Would you like to name the person?
Yeah, his name is Baswaraj Kiryanwar. He is MD of one agri-tech startup. He's my mentor, kind of. He actually motivated me to open things like to be the inventor. So, and the third person, fictional. There are many fictional people, I would say. So the third person as a fictional will be Batman. Okay,
Okay.
but not as a superhero, but as an inventor.
Okay.
Okay, so Batman would be a person who, because he's found a problem to make a suit which can actually take bullets, and it's very probable that suit will exist very soon. Okay. The suit that agile. Okay, so he found a solution and he did it in secret also. So, and he is running a good company called um, Wayne Foundation, also Wayne Enterprises.
Wayne Enterprises.
So he is running a company, plus he's a Batman. So he's doing night job and a day job. And I want to learn time management from that guy. So
I would love to drive a Batmobile, honestly. I really would.
So he invented it.
Yes.
And Alfred also had
Alfred,
it.
yes, his
but,
butler.
but he invented it. How he did it? What was the idea behind it? And how he's managing time? I want to know, because I want my clones right now.
Personally, I required
Management. We as engineering students
All of us.
have like messed up sleep schedules and food schedules. Our food habits are just done at this point. We wake up in the morning because we're like rushing to class. We don't eat breakfast. We have classes. Lunch break we have to talk to friends. And then at 4 o'clock when the college ends, that's when we have our first meal of the day.
That's called dieting, but forced.
I mean, at this point, at what cost?
Yes.
But time management, I would love to find that.
I think so. Batman can teach you.
I loved your Batman answer. And then, I wanted to ask, you've worked on agricultural drone and other IoT projects, right? So right now or in future, if you would want to, innovate something or build something in IoT, what would it be?
See, I would say you always help people which require most. Okay, so that is the reason we went for agro, because the farmers are the building blocks of our nation. Being any nation, they are building blocks of every nation, I would say. If you help farmers, if you help the segment which is lagging behind, I think so. You know that agriculture is already lagging behind in tech. There's everything. There's Swiggy Instamart for you. Instant delivery options are there for you, but there's no Instamart for farmers. They have to literally go to the seed places and buy seeds, fertilizers. If you do something for them, then I think so you can alleviate the whole society. Okay, there's a huge problem of migration from from villages to cities. If you help them, if you increase the job opportunities at that level, I think so you can again elevate the whole nation. I would say that there's 30% GDP which comes from agriculture. I'm really not sure on the figures. So if you help that GDP percentage of GDP to go up by any product whatsoever, be it any service also, you can do it. So agri-tech drones, that is agro drones, which help in spreading fertilizers, which decrease down the labor cost again. Help in spreading fertilizer, pesticides. These are helpful ideas. Then there are other ideas as well, IoT ideas, which can help automate the farms, which is already being done in other countries, which we are lagging behind. We can use them and give it to the farmers and make their life easier. I think so. That's the place I would like to work in.
So we had a competition called Brand Combat, and we had the topic as agrotech. And I think that that's the reason why we won it, because we had this thing where I made this project in 10th grade. It was like a terrestrial aquarium. It's like a box, an aquarium box, where you can grow plants in it. And everything is automated. The humidity sensor, the soil, the temperature, everything is automated. And you can just literally keep it under your bed and the plant will still thrive. But we started with like basic, like coriander and mint and everything. So I think that's one of the reasons. And agriculture is like huge.
It's a growing sector. It will always grow. The thing which you're talking about is, I think so, hydroponics.
I mean, it's a part of it, not entirely, but yeah, it is a part of it.
It's very nice. One of the companies in Bangalore is already doing. I have forgotten the name. They are doing it in terraces of all the flats. So there's empty spaces, and they are filling it with the hydroponic farms, and they are selling that lettuce to the restaurants nearby. So that's when I think so. These are the places. These are the places where you can work in. But still, the whole complexity of the ideas of hydroponics basically is still in question because of the nutrition content on those plants. Okay, but yes, there are other ideas, other places, other IoT devices, other automation tools, which you can give it to, which you can provide as an engineer of the country. We can provide to the farmers, back to them, and help them out. So yes, there can be automation tool for I would say for very basic needs such as submersible pumps are there. You can automate them. You can make them more efficient. You can diagnose their issues. Just one small object can help them in such a massive scale that again the economy will boom because of it.
So I feel government also has a major part in it, because even if we come up with a lot of innovations, so I feel you have connected more with the farmers through your project, or what was it? You have more experience in it. So what do you think can be more impact? I mean, how do you think government can help, or anybody it could help investors to boom the sector and help farmers more, or make innovations more impactful and reach everyone?
Okay, so I think so. You're trying to ask me what can be done by the government to actually help that sector and help us to actually to, to give the solutions to them, right?
Yes, both government or investors, anybody it could be, any stakeholders.
So right now they are already, see, investors are already there. The agri investors are already there in the picture. They're already investing a lot in agri industry, agrotech also. You heard about Corona Aerospace, they got funded too. There are many startups which are coming in the picture. So already government has lot of schemes, lot of I would say lot of incentives for these startups to boost. There's a Startup India program. Okay. For you guys, I think so you can also check it out. Startup India programs are there. So you can also, there are many problem statements which they throw out. And if you want to pitch it from a company or from your own startup, you can do it from there. And they will give you funding on those ideas as well. So government is doing their part, but I would say that the startup culture in India is still in early stages. It is not in early stages, it's born and is getting nourished now. It is like a 3 years old baby which is trying to learn. So it is getting glamorized because of Shark Tank, obviously. It is getting glamorized and it is getting acceptance from the people. Okay. Still, when you say founder, don't say, you see, oh, founder is there, means authoritative figure is there. But yes, founder is still a founder. It can be founder of a small company, it can be just a retail joint, maybe a small store restaurant owner. Okay. So it is already being glamorized, and that is a good part, because if you work, everybody should work for themselves, and everybody should work for themselves and help others. So for agri industry, I would say that when you are working for yourself and working for others, when you are working for farmers, absolutely you are working for yourself. The food will come to your table at last. So yes.
Okay, so coming back to Posterwa, I would love to know your marketing and branding strategies and how you like reach out to people. and the challenges you faced in the process.
Uh, so when I would say that the journey for Posterwa was again a part of me watching Cartoon Network, watching animes when I was in college. Obviously started with Death Note, and I was so intrigued with it. The values which these cartoons and anime, or I would say, provide, these are absolutely of different kind. So I was very intrigued about it. I was interested in it. Okay. So then I saw the problem which existed, like a merchandise problem is there in India, and we can provide it in affordable rate to college students and school students, and we can do that. So we started that company. When we started that company, I used to go through a lot of business case studies to know how, again, curiosity comes in the picture. So you are curious enough to how this business works, how actually they do it. So I was curious about Decathlon business case study. We wanted to know how they actually became a huge brand in an unorganized sector, which is sports equipment industry. I think so because before Decathlon, you used to buy
From Adidas.
some
or-
retail stores,
Yeah.
bat from some place,
Hmm.
okay, something from some place, hiking equipment from somewhere
Yeah.
else. It was not organized. Okay, so how they went and took over that unorganized market and made it big, and it's the most profitable brand right now in sports segment, even bigger than Nike, Reebok. Like Nike, Reebok, and Puma combined, they are bigger than them
Hmm.
in country right now. So how they did that? So then I got to know that they right now they are also in online segment, like they have e-commerce store, but they started with the stores first, the physical stores, and then I thought like let's implement that in Posterwa. So we started with stalls where people can touch and feel the product, and when you touch and feel the product, the chances of you buying that product gets high. Since same as a decathlon case study, where if you go to the store, there is 33% chance that when you will come out of that store, you will buy a product. So they place the products at such right places and price it accordingly and make you touch the product. So the moment you hold a product, the chance of you buying that product gets higher by the time you're holding it. So if you hold it for like 5 minutes, you're gonna buy that product.
Hmm.
So second thing, it is also directed towards meal segment, like meal segment more.
Yeah.
Okay, so some of the equipment which is there for them, I'm not being sexist,
No,
but
no, yeah.
I'm really
You're
sorry,
right,
but yes,
yeah. I mean, it's fun.
business is beyond boundaries. Okay, business doesn't have any. I would say it's more neutral. If you are running a business, it's always neutral. It is not about what is your gender, what is your race, what is your religion. So that is what when you see that even when we are have no ties with Pakistan or other neighboring countries, China, we are still doing business because it is neutral.
Honestly, and branding does require a niche to focus on. So, no matter what, like, of course, there is gonna be like a particular niche that you're appealing to.
Anish, see, if you are working towards something, so working on a broad idea, you will be clueless, obviously. So you can start with a niche and then make it broad. So just like Swiggy, I was talking about Swiggy
Yeah.
before. They started with the food business, food delivery business, and now they have Instamart business, they have Genie services, they have other delivery services as well. So I would say that start with a niche, don't go broad, start with a niche, solve that problem first, particularly one problem first, and then maybe expand yourself once you have established yourself at least in one niche, or maybe grow fast in everything,
Hmm.
but that will be a little more riskier, I would say. So yes, niche is a way to go.
So now moving on to Vaegter Technovations. So you have solved a very big social challenge. So drawing from that, I would like to ask, what is that one quirky solution that you can have from a daily problem, for a daily problem that we face?
Not a quirky, like no, it is something which is not doable. I would say I don't know whether it's next year 5 years it will be there or not. But I want a teleportation device. Yeah, my life will be easier. I think so. Everybody.
All of us.
Literally all of that.
Yes, I think so. That will save our time, especially in Bangalore and Mumbai and Delhi. All these places, all the metro cities, there is a huge problem of traffic. People will stop using this. Maybe quantum channels will get, I think so, traffic. Then
I mean, I can see that happening.
yeah,
I want to escape.
but better than air taxis, I want teleportation device, obviously, and that is okay. Like even if I have to go through some black hole or something, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but I would like to have one at my place so that I can go anywhere and save my lot of time which I spend in traveling and meet lot of people. There are many things which will not exist. I feel there will be no excuses, no work from home, no long distance relationships.
Yes.
So yes, I think so. Teleportation device will be one good thing to happen to mankind. Whatsoever will help us a lot. I hope so. It gets here soon, and I will be the first one to invest. You please let me know if you are making.
I hope. Yes.
Don't worry, you do it.
I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
be investor. Yes, please invest.
yes, yes.
It was a very, very thoughtful podcast. It was amazing connecting with you, Krishna. Thank you so much for being here. And your perspective on things are very different and they were very helpful for other students. Thank you so much for being here, Krishna.
Thank you so much. And yes, we'll start a book club.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, please.
Yes.
I'll be the first person, first volunteer.
Done.
Yes. Thanks for connecting.